guys, you know what time it is.
I don't have my watch on.
It is 10:39 at night right now.
Oh, jeez, why am I still up?
It is Saturday, April 6th.
That's why I'm still up, because it's Saturday.
And you've reached the Retro Killscreen podcast. I'm Paul, and with me is John.
Please leave a message after the tone, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Beep.
Yeah, hi, I got an order for some pizzas here, but no one's at the address.
Hey, first time caller, long time listener.
First time listener, long time caller.
Yeah. Wait. No. Strike that. Reverse it.
You never got that one before?
Yeah. No. I've never gotten that one before.
I like people who say that. First time listener, long time caller.
I always call for a long, long time. Never a good time, just a long time.
Nope. I just have really bad time management skills when it comes to phone calls.
Just bad time management, period. It's fucking 10:40 at night on a Saturday, and we're recording a podcast.
We've done worse, and you know that.
Dude, we've done
you know that.
We've done like midnight. We've recorded a podcast a half an hour before it was supposed to be up for people in the morning.
I'm pretty sure at one point we've recorded after it was supposed to be up. So,
but you know what? On those days, at least we recorded. So apologies for the last 2 weeks now.
It's true. Well, 'cause I was at PAX and then I got sick, and you've moved or are moving.
Yeah, I'm in a weird place right now. In fact, it is a basement.
Basements are weird places, to be fair.
They kind of are. Like, there's one room, there's a bedroom and one main room that the computer's in. So it's like shared space right now, and it's really weird because you're just like out here recording and stuff. And of course, the person you're with in the room, they can only hear your side of it.
Yeah.
So
if you're cracking weird jokes or laughing at something, you're like, what the hell?
They think you're weird, or if you say something back to somebody, it like to keep bouncing like a joke back and forth, you sound like a pervert or a terrible person or whatever.
Well, it's a good thing all our conversations usually lead to one of the two.
Yeah, so what we could do is I could have my girlfriend out here listening. You could get your girlfriend, wake her up, sit her down.
How'd you know she was asleep?
And then, because she actually works for a living.
Right.
And then
homeless people.
we can get them on the phone together, and then they can discuss what they heard on each side, and they could find out what the conversation was about that way. That would actually be kind of cool.
That'd be way too much setup for what is not even a funny joke.
You're a dick.
I am.
Anyways,
thank you for pointing that out.
So I wanted to say something about DuckTales because this is the only...
Woo!
Yep, that one. We did an episode on DuckTales, 2 months ago? 3, maybe?
Wasn't that like one of our first episodes? It was like episode 5, I think. 5
or 6, yeah. It was... Okay, so 6 months ago? Whatever, I'm sorry. We don't update that often.
Long-ass time ago. Galaxy far, far away time ago.
Anyways, they announced that they are in the process of creating or are finishing up production of a remake. And
DuckTales Remastered.
Is that the official name, or is it just going to come out as DuckTales? Do you know?
I think they're going to leave in the remastered or remixed or whatever they put onto it.
DuckTales Remix?
Yeah, but what excites me is that it's being made by WayForward, and they're one of the best 2D guys in the business right now. So
yeah. Now, from what I've seen, because I've only seen the trailer, obviously, and screenshots or whatever, which places just pulled from the trailer, so whatever. It looks very similar to the exact same layout and everything of the original game.
From what they've been saying in interviews, 70% of the game is going to be the same.
Okay.
Kind of bums me out.
Does it?
Well, I mean, if I would like some DuckTales 2 thrown in there, because no one remembers DuckTales 2.
Right, and to be fair, I don't think I've even played it, so...
Yeah, I haven't either, because it came out a couple years into the SNES's life.
Right. So, you know what?
That would be the perfect chance to get some of that out there.
You know what? You are right in the respect that it's we're creating a whole new product, because obviously this is all new stuff, and they're just using the NES version as a template of what they have to do for the levels and stuff like that. If we're going to be making something completely new with new tech, why not make a new thing? I guess I see where you're coming from there.
Yeah.
Where I'm coming from
make
is
a new thing, or at least include both games.
where I'm coming from is I fucking love DuckTales on the NES, so I'm excited about that. However, and we were just talking about this a second ago here, I don't like how it looks. I don't like the 2.5 or 3D or whatever you guys want.
Yeah, like the 2D, like the characters are sprites, but it's like 3D polygonal backgrounds.
Which
so
I don't like.
I related to Beautiful Joe, and Paul's immediate response was he didn't like how Beautiful Joe looked.
Right. I just don't like that look at all. I'm sure there's an exception to the rule somewhere that I'm not thinking of. So, Killscreen at pixel-response.com, I guess, if you have an exception to the rule you think, let me know. But I don't like the sprites look beautiful. All the, like, Scrooge, the stupid fucking things that attack you in whatever level, like the mummies and the Transylvania level and that whole sort of thing, look great. And then I feel like it's ruined by trying to go for, like, a 3D muddy looking background.
Meanwhile, I think it looked pretty good, so.
Like, I'm just remembering back to how the NES version looked, and sure, it's dated graphically and blah, 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 but everything was very bright and vivid, even in the crappy levels. Maybe like, Transylvania level, the castle or whatever, the haunted whatever, mansion or whatever, that is really the stick in my craw right now that's doing a lot of this. I don't like the lighting in it. I don't like the, like, brownish.
In the remastered version?
In the remastered version, yeah. I don't like the browny, just, like, gross looking dank.
Well, that's because it's a castle. That's kind of how it's supposed to look.
No, it just looks stupid because it looks fine in the NES version. Everything's colorful and bright. It's DuckTales, a woohoo. It's not supposed to be like Castlevania, although DuckTales Castlevania.
That's probably what they're going for, though, because, I mean, this is way forward. They've worked on a bunch of Konami products before. They made Contra 4.
I'm trying to remember Contra 4.
It had you shooting people.
Oh, so Contra.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Just in case you were confused by that.
You know, the Contra in the title.
I know. That IV can throw things off.
It throws people off. Yeah, there you go. I don't know. I'm excited still because I really, really love the original game a lot. It's just so far into the nostalgia button in my childhood. I should probably get that checked out, but at any point, that's not what we're here to talk about today.
Even if it seems like what it is.
We're here to talk about something that's maybe too far in your nostalgia.
Ooh, man, is it ever.
Yep.
We need to talk about a little bit of Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja GayDen, as we called it back in the day.
Yeah, we all called it Gaiden. I admit I called it Gaiden too until I eventually got it corrected.
Every stupid kid in school did. It's okay. Because that was a time without the internet. Japanese people did not exist at that point to us.
As far as we knew.
Yeah, exactly. So it was Ninja GayDen because we master the English language.
That's a relative term. Or that's relative in general.
Yeah, especially in a podcast, you can't say that because we're going to be saying, like, I'm fucking up right now. I was going to say something really incorrect. I just did there. If you caught it, Killscreen at pixel-response.com, let me know what I said wrong. If you didn't get it, fuck you. But anyways, so Ninja Gaiden started off arcade.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I didn't even know this. I'm going to be upfront. You know a lot about this series because it's one of your favorite series, if not your favorite series.
Yeah, if there's any series I have nostalgia for, it is Ninja Gaiden, which is funny because the few times I played it as a kid, I absolutely sucked at it.
Mm-hmm. I have tabs open with the different Ninja Gaiden games because I don't know anything about them except that when I play them, they're kind of fun.
That's a good thing to know about a game,
to
be fair.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's probably the most important. And, like, I own 2 of them, and I've played...
Do you actually?
Yeah, and I own 3 if you count the PS3 version as well. But yeah, I own 1 and 2 on the NES.
Okay.
And I've played most of them. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to say that because I'm sure there's so many that I don't even know about. Yeah, like this right here. Ninja Gaiden Shadow?
Yeah, that's the Game Boy one.
Don't know. Just don't know.
I never played it until I finally found a copy of it for sale.
Yeah.
It's It's probably the easiest Ninja Gaiden game, to be honest, but it is fun.
Okay.
Ryu gets a grappling hook.
Is it just because of the limitations of the hardware, though?
It's actually because it's not. It doesn't quite play in the Ninja Gaiden style. It plays more. What is that series? Shadow of the Ninja or something like that.
I love Shadow of the Ninja.
That's the other NES series I'm thinking of, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's what it.
Shadow of the Ninja essentially feels more like Castlevania Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, I would say that. So that's kind of what this was. Except you had like a grappling hook, you could jump between stages. It was a bit more traditional Game Boy platforming game.
Oh, weird. Okay.
It was fun, but yeah, but like it's completely different to the Game Boy one, or not the Game Boy, the original ones.
Okay. Maybe we should start at the beginning because, like, school me a little bit about Ninja Gaiden Arcade.
All right, Ninja Gaiden Arcade was a 2-player beat 'em up.
Yep.
Started off with the classic screen Ninja in USA, and Ryu coming into the US on a boat.
Oh, that's that?
Yeah.
That's okay. I have seen screenshots of that.
Yeah, so then like you basically run around beating up people.
Yep.
As Ryu. Like you rarely ever use a sword. A sword is actually a pickup you find up along the way.
You just use your hands then?
Your hands, you use guillotine throws and stuff like that, so you just jump around and fight.
I guess it makes sense though, because in Ninja Gaiden on the NES, you do start with a sword, correct?
Yeah.
So like you're going by slashing dudes and they're dying from one hit because sword. Mm-hmm. You can't have a beat 'em up like that.
Yeah, exactly. But keep in mind, like this came before the NES games.
Right. No, like what I'm saying is it makes sense because this game, or for a beat 'em up, he's not going to go around just cutting dudes' heads off. It's not a beat 'em up then. It's just a massive.
True, but I mean, don't forget Golden Axe.
I always try to forget Golden Axe.
Okay, fair enough.
I actually don't mind Golden Axe. It's okay.
I'm looking at my copy of Bare Knuckle 3 right now, and I kind of want to play that.
Oh, weird. I've never played it.
Well, you've played Streets of Rage, right?
Yeah.
Like Bare Knuckle 3 is just like the Japanese version of Streets of Rage 3.
Like exactly?
Yeah, but like there was a bunch of tweaks they did in the US one for some reason.
Make it easier.
They changed up the story, and I think actually made it harder. I don't remember what the difference is between the two.
There's not very many games that they make harder in the US version.
Ninja Gaiden 3 is one of them.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is actually.
The Ancient Ship of Doom?
Yep.
So it's easier if you have a Japanese copy then?
Correct.
Okay. What makes this game hard? This is the NES one I haven't played and don't own.
The difference between the US one and the Japanese one is, first off, double damage in the US one.
Why?
Because I don't know.
Okay.
Also, you have limited continues in this one.
Okay.
So you only get 5 continues overall, which, while I think in the Japanese version there was actually a save feature.
Oh, weird. Okay.
There's either a save feature or a continue feature. I can't remember which, but yeah, like it was a lot easier to get through Ninja Gaiden 3.
Other than that, was it just a port then?
Other than that, yeah. I believe there wasn't too much difference between the Japanese and North American stories.
Why? I don't get it.
If you play like the SNES Ninja Gaiden trilogy, it's actually tweaked. So back to the Japanese one. So unlimited continues again, and you have normal damage.
Like I don't.
I assume it was just like people were
a hard mode.
I assume that's what they were just trying to do, to make like do what they did with Battletoads, make it too hard for people to breeze through.
Oh, okay.
Which is funny for a series as renowned as Ninja Gaiden to be considered like that, but
yeah. Well, I mean, I have seen you breeze through Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2.
You see me breeze through 2?
Yeah, you've played at my house before.
No, I don't remember playing 2 at your house. I remember playing the first one.
You didn't finish it, but you played a bit of it.
Oh, okay, maybe that's why.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I can't remember if you went through all of Ninja Gaiden 1. I don't think you did. I think you just went through about halfway. But, yeah.
I think we had to stop for some reason. I forget what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Ninja Gaiden 1 I can beat without dying, or without losing a continue.
Can you beat it without getting hit?
No.
Okay.
There are lots of points where I just take a hit.
Okay, so you need to practice more than what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. You did a race, didn't you?
Yeah, we did a race a month or two ago.
I remember you talking about, actually, you know what? I think there's an episode where we were talking secretly about something you were doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was.
That's probably what it was, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So we raced through Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, and 3 in one sitting.
Gross.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did that go?
We had to do it 4 times.
Wait, what?
First time we did it, I forget what went wrong the first time. Second time we did it, his hard drive corrupted and he lost all the files.
Okay, so that's kind of beyond, like, someone's control.
Yeah. Third time we did it, he accidentally double tapped record at the start, so he didn't record anything. Where he recorded like the first 5 seconds and that was it.
Oh, because it was like recorded and then stopped when he pushed it the second time?
Yeah. And,
okay, so
and the fourth time was the successful time.
I don't think I know who you did it with. I haven't looked to find this yet. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm like the worst friend ever because I don't watch any of
Such
yours.
a jerk. Tell me you weren't watching Resident Evil, now this.
I know. I feel so bad, but then at the same time, you don't listen to anything I do, so whatever.
so it evens out.
Kind of. So,
I don't even listen to Retro Killscreen. I'm just talking. I have the Skype call muted. I'm assuming I'm saying the same things he's saying. I was like, do I keep talking and go along with it, or is that what he's doing right now?
No, I was keeping quiet so people would think that maybe like you were muted or I was muted or something. Like if you were recording the call or something.
Yeah.
And then like, no, seriously, I haven't muted. So I was trying to freak people out. I don't think it worked.
No.
Do you listen to TDP?
No, actually.
You don't do any quality control on anything you're on?
Well, no, if I'm editing something, I do quality control on it, but...
Yeah, but okay, that's fair. Because I don't listen to my own stuff either. Except when I'm editing, I have to.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we're good?
We're good.
Okay.
You sounded really unsure about that. Are we good?
I'm pretty unsure about a lot of stuff.
That's true.
It makes it easier when you don't care, though. Anyways, so you did a Ninja Gaiden race. I kind of do want to see this. Like, I think you told me who won.
I'm pretty sure I did, yeah.
So I think it's ruined for me. Because you've definitely told me once, but then maybe that was one of the times that was corrupted. So maybe I will watch it anyways, because it could be...
I can link it to you afterwards if you want.
Yeah, so it could be a different outcome or something.
Yeah,
but
it took us an hour and a half to go through all 3.
Okay. I mean, we can even just talk after. We shouldn't ruin for anybody. People should check it out if they want to see who won. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't see... that's definitely a game I can't see me ever racing anybody. Because fuck. That's all I have to say about that. Like, I think I would do okay until... I'm trying to remember what stage it is in Ninja Gaiden 1, where there's just like... Is there a stage that's like greenish looking?
That would probably be 6-2.
Okay, is that hard? Because I remember not being good at a part there.
Yeah, 6-2 is pretty hard. That's probably the hardest area in the game.
I think I remember a jump where I would just jump somewhere and get hit by something and die.
Yeah, that could be a number of places, but it's probably 6-2.
Okay. Because I remember green or something. I don't.
Ninja Gaiden is all about bad enemy placement. Or like, you need to know that enemies are going to be there.
Does that seem cheap to you?
Well, it is in a way, yeah. But it's also the kind of like the rote memorization type game, so.
Yeah, like, I've been thinking about, like, game, not design, but, like, how games do things a lot for a while now. And the NES was just kind of bad at doing, like, good game design, really, for difficulty that's fair. Their difficulty involved, like, basically making a play, for hard games, I should say, not for, like, not for every game, but for games like this and Battletoads and stuff, just kind of knowing where everything is and just slowly you have to almost memorize everything.
Mm.
So it's a type of game I don't know if you would agree with this or not, but you won't be able to beat it your first time. You will die over and over until you get the hang of an area, then you'll die at the next area sort of thing.
No, I fully agree. That's exactly what that's like.
Yeah. And I don't know if I like that very much. I mean, I'm okay with it.
It's a product of its era. That's the thing.
That's the thing. I'm okay with it because I grew up in that era, so I'm used to that, and everything feels too easy now because they give you way too much information now.
Well, I mean, now, like, so even like a lot of gameplay styles are more complex because they can use 3D instead of 2D.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
So like even like the newer Ninja Gaidens or like the combat's like super complex, but at the same time, if you screw up, it's your fault because you have all the tools you need to deal with everything.
I don't know, man.
It's not a case of you really being blindsided.
I don't know, man. I remember a few, like, in Castlevania 2, not 2, but Castlevania as well. I remember some parts where, like, you'll just jump on a ledge and something will spawn and hit you off.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that's not game design at all. That's throwing a guy there to fuck with you. It's just an ass move.
That's making, like, specific challenges. Like, in that sense, like, those stages are specific challenges.
Like, and I'm just saying maybe that, like, if you're into that sort of thing, fine. I guess I'm okay with it for some games. I'm okay. It's totally hypocritical. I'm okay with it with the games I grew up with and know, like Castlevania and stuff like that, because it's like, oh, I know that at this scrolling part there's a dude right there, and if I jump up or go up these stairs too soon, I will die instantly. But I'm not okay with it in Ninja Gaiden because I didn't know that dude was there because I didn't play this a lot. So, hypocrite.
Yeah,
right
a little bit.
But yeah, it's just one of those games that, like, a Mario game you could theoretically beat the first time you play because it kind of just teaches you everything right away and it doesn't try to blindside you.
Yeah, no, Mario games kind of ease you into the difficulty.
Yeah, I do like that overall better, but maybe that's just the age talking. We're getting older, John. We're gonna die.
I try not to think about it.
We were just talking about how there'll be a day when Mass Effect, that old retro game from 30 years ago, will be a thing.
Yeah.
And you're going to get your kid to play because you still won't.
Hey, fuck off.
You probably won't. Like, at this point, you just get to
I've honestly been debating the idea of just streaming myself playing through Mass Effect for the first time.
Yeah. I wouldn't do that myself.
Really?
It's just boring to watch for other people.
See, like, I don't know Mass Effect well enough to see if that'd be boring or not. That's the thing.
Like, unless, I guess, you know what, it depends how you would do it. If you're just, like, being a dick and kind of screwing around and that sort of thing, sure. If you're trying to play it and, like, carry it through because you realize that there's 2 other games worth of story that you want to keep the shepherd going through, then, like, it might be boring. I don't know. You know what? I don't know. Maybe people want to watch Mass Effect. Maybe that's the whole problem with everything in life, is that everybody just wants to watch Mass Effect and we're too busy doing 4 Idiots videos on
Return to 4 Idiots
on stuff that people forgot about long ago.
Yep.
So depressing.
Good times.
Speaking of things people forgot a long time ago, Ninja Gaiden 2. Now, the reason I say that is because I always forget that I even own this game, and I forget what is in this game. This is the one where you get the Shadow Clone, right?
Yeah.
This is the first time you get the Shadow Clone ever in these games, right?
The only time you ever get the Shadow Clones.
Oh, they didn't bring it back after?
Nope, they got rid of it for every other one.
Okay, because the Shadow Clones can, like, if you know how to exploit that, can make some parts super easy.
No, it makes the final boss fight kind of a joke.
Okay, I don't...
You can position yourself at a point where, like, you won't get hit for the first half of it.
And your Shadow Clone will just do all the damage?
Yeah.
That's amazing. See, that sort of stuff I like. I like it when they put stuff into a game that will break it, even though that game is trying to break you. Because it feels even somehow, where it's just like, they're like, well, fuck you, and then you have a Shadow Clone, you're like, well, fuck you back. I kind of like that. I'm down with that.
A game all about love.
Ninja Gaiden?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's truly. Well, I mean, in a way it is.
I guess. Okay, do you want to run down quickly, like, the story? I only know, like, you're going after somebody.
Okay, Ninja Gaiden Arcade. I think you're going to avenge your father, so you go to America. He's like, you're ninja in USA.
Yep.
And then I can't remember what message you get when you win. I think it's like back to Tokyo, and it shows you sitting on a throne. But if you get a game over in that game, like it has like the goriest continue screen I've ever seen for a game. So
Really?
I can send it to you to show you.
Okay. It will either be in the show notes or maybe the title splash screen. So
But basically, it's like Ryu tied up to a table with chains and like ropes and that.
Okay.
And there's a giant buzzsaw coming down from the ceiling.
Okay. Have you played Super House of Dead Ninjas, I think it's called?
Super House of Dead Ninjas.
I think you would be into this. It's like Ninja Gaiden meets Meat Boy. Oh, no. It's on Steam.
I have not played it.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's from like an 80s arcade game.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty crazy. The reason I bring it up is because the continue / game over screen for that is a ninja tied down to a table with ropes, and like these cultists slowly creeping up on you. And then if you have a continue, you push continue, and then he breaks out the ropes and slashes them in the face as he's running away.
Oh, wow.
Otherwise, they kill you.
Well, I mean, like in Final Fight, like you're always tied to a chair with dynamite in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
And like if you continued, a knife dropped out of nowhere and cut the fuse.
Yeah. I like that, though. That's awesome. Oh, so good. Continue screens. Anyways, yeah, so Super House of Dead Ninjas, not retro at all. Check it out. It's on Steam. I think it's $10. It's one of these cheapo games. You're like starting at the very top of a tower, making your way down, killing stuff. So it plays a lot like Meat Boy with the jumping. There's different types of weapons and stuff, but you're a ninja, and it feels kind of like Ninja Gaiden in that sense, like a sprite, like a very basic sprite version of Ninja Gaiden or something. It might be something you're into. Specifically you.
Remind me about it at the end of this, and I'll look into it. Or maybe I'll throw it on my wish list.
Maybe I'll do you one better and just, like, I'll share a screen and just show you what it's like after this.
Okay.
And then you can decide if you want it or not.
Okay.
Okay.
My wish list anyways.
Might as well. Why not?
Yeah.
Get somebody to buy it for you.
You know what? Like, I've only had, I think, 1, maybe 2 games bought for me on Steam, so it's like it's not something I push.
Is one of them one of the games we bought you for idiots?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
The other one was someone, my buddy Gerard got me Counter-Strike Go for my birthday.
Okay, so everybody listening to this, go look up Proton John on Steam and make sure you buy him whatever's in the wish list. Go now.
I have nothing on my wish list. The one game I did have on my wish list, I bought when it went on sale, which was like Ys Origin.
That is actually the reason why you have a wish list, because it'll notify you when a game in your wish list is on sale, which is great. I love Steam.
That makes a lot of sense, actually, yeah.
That's great. Like, if you have a Steam on your phone, that makes it totally worthwhile. Because then you could just buy it wherever you are, which is so dangerous. It's like,
that's how they make their money, man.
You like go to work. It's like, oh, it's payday. Let me just grab my phone while I'm at my job and waste all of my money right now. Buy every game so it's ready to go when I get home. But yeah, I'm not necessarily talking from experience. So Ninja Gaiden 2, this is the one I always forget kind of exists. Not that it exists because I know Ninja Gaiden 3 exists, but I get Ninja Gaiden 2 and screenshots of Ninja Gaiden 3 and the very end parts, which I don't know very well because I don't play Ninja Gaiden a lot, of Ninja Gaiden 1, all mixed up in my head, so I don't know what parts are from 2 at all. That was a lot of information, maybe.
Yeah. Ninja Gaiden 1's story is basically you go to America because your dad disappeared. Mm-hmm. You assume he's dead. And when you're just running around killing people and like you go to a bar, kill this guy who's trying to attack you, and then suddenly a girl shoots you with a tranquilizer dart and kidnaps you, puts you in a prison. She gives you a statue and frees you. So then while you're trying to find one of your dad's old friends, and then you learn about what the statue means. It's a part of an ancient demon. When the two demons are together in a specific time of the year, the demon will be summoned. But it was like an ancient story about like shinobi defeating the demon like 1,000 years ago or something like that. And the sword that was used to do it is the dragon sword, the one that Ryu has.
Mhm.
So Ryu, while he's talking to this guy, the statue gets stolen, so he runs off, kills the guy who took it, and then runs back. But his dad's friend's been killed. But while he's dying, he explains the whole story. And then the CIA arrests you.
Okay.
So while you're talking to the CIA, you find out that the girl who tranquilized you earlier was a CIA operative.
Okay.
Named Irene.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy Clancy basically flies you to I forget if it was Africa or South America, and you go there to deal with a terrorist called Jakio, who apparently has the other statue.
Okay.
So while you're there, you find Jakio, but he's kidnapped Irene. So you give him the other statue to try to free Irene, but then he tricks you and drops you into a pit. You escape. You find a guy named Multh, who you think killed your father.
Okay. But
ends up that your father is still alive.
Okay.
So you go to fight Jakio, but Jakio has a guard that you have to defeat first, and it's your dad, but he's hypnotized. So you destroy the thing that's hypnotizing him, freeing him, but he sacrifices his life to save you from Jakio. And then you kill Jakio, but then a solar eclipse happens, and that's actually what brings the two statues together to release the ancient demon. So then you have to kill the ancient demon, and then you escape with your dad stays there because he dies, but you escape with Irene, and she ends up becoming your girlfriend. Foster from the CIA tells her to kill you. She doesn't do it because you're in love.
Aww.
Yeah. Truly a cliche right there.
Aww.
And you end up becoming boyfriend and girlfriend.
Okay.
So then the second one goes with I think it's a year or 2 years later. There's a guy named Ashtar who's picking up the Slack app from Jakio. And you go around trying to figure out where the hell your girlfriend is. And this guy named Robert, who looks a lot like Duke Nukem, shows up.
Robert.
Yeah.
All right.
He looks a lot like Duke Nukem. It's kind of like, I remember when I LP'd the game, I kept saying, making Duke Nukem references the entire time.
Got balls of steel.
Balls of steel. Balls.
The Duke mix.
The Duke mix, yep. I love that call.
Yeah.
Like that prank call, balls.
That's pretty good.
That is a classic.
Those prank calls are great, yeah.
But yeah, Robert shows up, tells you, hey, there's a new dude who's trying to kill you. He also got your girlfriend. You go find him, and it ends up you kill him. But he also severely injures your girlfriend with the Dark Sword of Chaos, because he's trying to open a gate to the demon realm.
Okay.
So you kill him, and you're like, okay, we're going to get you some medical attention, Irene. But it ends up Jakio is actually still alive, and that Ashtar was just a pawn of his.
Oh, snap.
So Jakio had fused with the demon after the demon died.
Mm-hmm.
So he was part demon when you fight him. But you do end up killing him, but his blood ends up connecting with the Dark Sword Chaos to be the sacrifice needed to open the gate.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, originally he was going to use Irene's blood, but killing Jakio ended up causing it.
So everything in his life, in Ryu's life, is just total bad luck.
Pretty much, yeah. He's like the John McClane of video games.
Or the John Wheeler of real life.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks.
Aww. Oh, come on.
I'm gonna cry myself to sleep now.
On my big wad of cash.
How do you sleep at night? On top of a pile of money with many beautiful women.
Yep. Oh, Rainier Wolfcastle.
Oh god, I love that.
So good. Okay, so what's 3? What do we got with 3? Ancient Ship of Doom. Yeah.
So and at the end of 2, you kill Jakio and the demon, but Irene is dead. So you're like, oh shit, I want you to live. So the sword sacrifices itself. The dragon sword sacrifices itself to bring Irene back to life.
Amazing. Okay.
So Irene's alive, but you don't have a sword anymore. So Ninja Gaiden 3 takes place between 1 and 2.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Yeah. Irene is on a mission to figure out what's going on in this location, and she ends up being killed by Ryu.
What?
Yeah. So Ninja Gaiden 3 starts with Irene being shoved off a cliff by Ryu.
All right.
But Ryu's like, what the fuck? I didn't do that. So Ryu goes to investigate, and it ends up he meets this guy named Clancy who's talking about like this. Oh shit! What does he talk about? He talks about I think a portal to the demon realm again, and so someone from Ryu's past. It ends up it's Clancy from the first game, the CIA agent. Now he's a villain trying to get like this ultimate power and destroy Ryu. So it ends up he managed to make a demon clone of Ryu, who's been going around killing people pretending to be actual Ryu. So that's the person who killed Irene, but it ends up Irene's alive and comes in with like a machine gun and starts killing people.
It's like that episode where the Shredder got a bunch of people to dress up like the Ninja Turtles in really bad costumes and go do a bunch of crimes, so everybody in New York blamed the Ninja Turtles. Except April, who always trusted them.
Exactly. Except in this case, the guy actually does look like Ryu until you fight him because he's like, I'm going to transform into my more powerful form, and then he's like stupid easy to beat.
Sounds great.
Yeah, he's actually one of the easier bosses in the game.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. Okay, like if we go ahead to the like more recent ones, I guess, with like Sigma and stuff like that, where do they take place in this?
That one's kind of up in the air because originally, there's like a new timeline now because the Dead or Alive games were basically brought back Ninja Gaiden because Ninja Gaiden went on a hiatus after 3.
Right.
And then when Tecmo was in financial trouble, they made Dead or Alive, which hence the name Dead or Alive was like if this game works, the company's alive, but if it doesn't, we're dead. So that's where the DOA series name comes from, kind of like Final Fantasy.
Yeah, and that movie.
Which movie?
Dead or Alive, the movie they made based on the video games, or Dead Alive, the Peter Jackson horror classic with zombies. There you go.
You know what? The DOA movie was pretty faithful to DOA if you think about it.
In the way that like it has fighters, maybe.
As fighters, bikinis, and just ridiculous over-the-top action. That's really what DOA is.
I kind of like the DOA games, though, and I didn't like that movie, so in that way, it wasn't that faithful.
I guess. I don't know. It's a guilt trip kind of movie, or like guilty pleasure, I should say.
I guess, maybe. I don't know. I didn't get anything out of it myself, but that's fine. Whatever.
I got to see Diesel bust through a wall.
Okay.
I needed.
Like, what was the storyline from that again? They're on an island.
It was pretty much like the DOA series storyline, actually.
Did you know there's like a whole bunch of Tekken movies?
I know there's the old anime.
Yeah.
There's a live action one. And
there's like 2.
There's 2 live action ones?
Yeah. I didn't know about this because I knew there was a live action one. Then there was another one I just saw on a random movie channel on TV once. And that one was kind of good.
Wow, okay.
Like maybe I'm pretty sure it was Tekken. This might take more investigative journalism to find out. But
I know there's a King of Fighters movie and that one was pretty bad. Ray Park was the bad guy.
Tekken was the Iron Fist, right?
Yes.
Tournament. Yeah, so it had to be Tekken because the tournament they were in was the Iron Fist one. Yeah.
Like I never saw the one that was in theaters.
This isn't the one I'm talking about, I don't think, maybe. I don't know. I don't know when they were in theaters or when, like, you know what? Hold on a second. So, www.imdb.com usually solves all of my issues.
Yes.
Okay. I almost typed in IMDb as a movie. So
IMDb the movie.
Okay. Which one are you talking about? The one with Zhang Fu?
I don't know. I never saw any of them.
Okay, the John Fu one is the one I'm talking about, apparently. 2010, it was released.
Okay.
Jin Kazama? How do you say Kazama?
Yeah, Jin Kazama.
Yeah, witnesses the death of his mother, Jun, by Tekken. Or, yeah, so Tekken's the company or whatever in this movie.
That's weird because...
In the slums known as Anvil, after finding a Tekken ID, he decides to seek out vengeance for his mother's death. And, like, it has a whole bunch of no-names in it. And 4.8 out of 10 on IMDb, which might be a little too high, but it was still kind of a guilty pleasure. It was still kind of fun. It was almost like a video gamey, like, dumb version of Bloodsport.
Interesting. Okay.
Which is kind of cool, in a way, I guess. So check it out. Tekken 2010 in stores now. John Fu and Kelly Overton. Kelly Overton is Chrissy Montero or Taro.
Yeah, Christy Montero.
Yeah. Like, let's see, Martial Law.
Yep.
Is in here. Yeah. Eddie Gordo.
Yep.
He's in here. I think you have, what are the Jacks? Oh yeah, Yoshimitsu is totally in here too.
Nice. What about Heihachi?
Heihachi is, I believe, the owner or runner of Tekken. I'm just trying to find. Heihachi is definitely in here. Yeah, there he is.
I was gonna say, this would not be a Tekken movie without Heihachi or Kazuya.
They're both in here. Raven is in here.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, like I said, dude, it's like Bloodsport, but like a video gamey version of it. So
well, now calling me interested.
Okay, there you go. Game about retro, or a podcast about retro games, giving you movie advice. Although
you watch a lot of movies.
Tekken is retro by now too.
Oh god, it is. They started in like 96.
Yeah. So almost 20 years? What year are we in? 2013?
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost 20 years.
That's 17 years.
Yeah. 3 years away, and we'll be like that retro game Tekken that I remember playing with my friends.
Well, at least they still make new Tekkens. I mean, like Tekken Tag 2 came out last year.
Was that any good? Actually,
yeah. Well, if you like Tekken, yeah, it's good.
I do like Tekken quite a bit. Like, I'm not huge into fighting games. I don't like Skullgirls. I hate it, in fact.
I've actually never played Skullgirls.
I hate it. I can't stand it. But I know a lot of people love it. But Tekken is always something that I can get behind. I don't know why. Dead or Alive, I can usually get behind.
I like, out of the 3D fighters, DOA is usually my preferred. But
okay.
like I'm down with Tekken too.
What about Virtua Fighter?
I like Virtua Fighter as well, actually.
Those games play very differently than any other fighter, though.
Virtua Fighter is more of like I want to say like a tactical fighting game in a way. Like
Virtua Fighter is the guy with the longest legs who can ground kick more. There you
Not
go.
necessarily.
Ground kick the game.
Instead of dive kick.
Are you looking forward to that?
Oh man, I was at PAX East. I wanted to play it so bad, but I just
Why
never
didn't
got
you
a chance.
play it? Oh.
I was so busy. Like I got to play 4 games total at PAX East.
Which ones?
Lost Planet 3 because there was no lineup and it was like 5 minutes to closing.
Well, dude, like Lost Planet 3's a thing, first of all.
Yeah, that shocked the hell out of me as well.
Okay, so the fact that like none of us knew that was a thing, that's why there was no line for it.
They had DuckTales Remastered, but like there was too big of a line, and there was only one station for it.
Do a lot of people care about DuckTales Remastered?
A lot of people I knew who were talking about it.
Okay, but you knew. That's fine. I'm just talking about in general because it doesn't seem like a lot of people even know DuckTales was an NES game.
I don't know. It does seem like a weird thing in general.
Yeah, I wonder how good it'll do. I'm actually I think I'm more interested now in how it will do financially and as a product than I am about the actual game because I know
the game's gonna be good.
Well, I mean, you said it's 70% the original game redone, so it's like, well, I already know how this is going to turn out. Like, no matter what, I know how this is going to end, and it's going to end in tears and me happy. But I wonder how it will end for them monetarily. I don't know. What were the other games?
Okay. Super Combo Man.
Okay.
Electronic Super Joy and Secret Ponchos.
Secret Ponchos, nice.
Yeah, that game was actually really fun.
Did it play good?
Oh yeah.
Really?
I loved it actually.
Okay, that seems like something from what I've seen of screenshots and stuff that like, if it played bad, it wouldn't be fun.
No, like there was a huge bunch of people around it playing all weekend, and when the match I played in, I had a good time with it. I was like, oh man, I actually really want to play more of this. And on my flight back to Calgary, when we had our stopover in Toronto, when we were grabbing our luggage, there was one of the developers there. So we traded business cards, so I've got his business card. I'm going to try to get him on Top Town.
Nice. Cool. I'd like to hear that, actually. I want to hear what the Secret Ponchos guy has to say.
That name is amazing, though.
That name is half the reason why anybody should even be interested, and the other half you can decide.
Is that it's a good game. It's
yeah.
a good a top-down arena shooter.
Well, I'm just saying the other half, people can decide for themselves if they're into that, but the first half is the name. Everybody has to like it.
Yeah.
So.
It's not really top-down, but it is like a twin-stick arena shooter.
Yeah. So, like, I'm just trying to think of a recent example of that, I guess. Like arena-based, that's the problem. There's a lot of twin-stick type stuff, but...
Yeah, like the character I played as had a shotgun, which had like a range for cone. There was also like line of sight. If someone was behind cover, they disappeared on your screen, so you wouldn't know if people were hiding.
Right.
There was a lot of really cool stuff in that game.
Interesting. I look forward to seeing more from that.
And apparently it's Canada made.
Where's the development team?
I believe Toronto or Ontario, because it seemed like they were actually like staying in Ontario.
Makes sense. A lot of devs or like indie devs and stuff come from that side.
I think Electronic Superjoy was also Ontario.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. Toronto's a fucking haven for indies. It's ridiculous, but so good. I really enjoy a lot of what they do out there. This has nothing to do with video games.
Ninja Gaiden.
Favorite Ninja Gaiden game?
Favorite Ninja Gaiden game is Ninja Gaiden Black. So the first update to the first Ninja Gaiden 3D game.
By our timeline, we still consider that retro, I guess.
Yeah, it's Xbox.
Because was that 2004? Ish.
Black was 2005. The original release was 04. Okay. Actually, I think the original release was 03.
One of them was like my last year of high school. So
I know I was in university when it came out. Ninja Gaiden 2004 video game. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It came out March. That's why. Okay.
So you like Black better?
Black was a good update. Yeah. The original release of Ninja Gaiden had like one or two specific moves that you could just destroy the entire game with. Like you were pretty much untouchable. So then they tweaked it in Black.
Gotcha.
And they added more difficulties.
What about for the more I guess, out of the first three, let's just say?
Out of the original trilogy, I go with the first game.
Okay. I like the first game as well. I don't remember, like I said, 2, the forgotten one, and I never played 3. I should just you should lend me 3 at some point. I'll just play it or something.
Yeah, sure.
Although, I don't know how good I'll do. I'm bad at those games. Very bad. I don't know. It's just not something I grew up with.
Oh, fair. I never played 3. The only time I played 3 was through emulator.
Oh, okay.
I think even then that was in the trilogy.
Oh, yeah. I'm stupid. I could do that.
Yeah.
I've never thought about that, honestly.
I've been trying to shy away from emulators. The only time I use it is if it's an easier way to record than using the actual hardware.
That's fair. I love them. I think anything to keep any video game in the public eye at all is amazing.
Oh, yeah, no. I agree. Like, if there's no way to play a specific game, then by all means emulate.
Yep.
But if you can, I say buy original card. Like, I'm a collector, so I might not be the best person to ask that question to.
I do agree with you completely. However, it's getting harder to find those at a good price.
Yeah, that's
unless you go to like conventions and stuff where there are
even then at conventions sometimes it's hard to get like a good deal on some games.
I hate it when you see like Mylon's Secret Castle or something for like $10 somewhere, and then you go to the next guy and it's like 2. Just like, you guys should probably talk and come up with a price point for this.
No, the thing is like some people will just try to deceive other people. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like I picked up I think Jet Moto 2 for $15.
Okay.
And then I went to Video Game Trader of all places, and they had it for $7.
You gotta be kidding me.
I was shocked.
You found a better deal at Video Game Traders?
Yeah. Well, at the same time though, that was a green label. The one I got was a black label. So I akin it to that. The reason that I got it at there was a cheaper price at Video Game Trader.
So what you're saying is you won.
Potentially.
Yeah. Video Game Traders is okay.
They've got the selection.
Yeah, but the internet, how are they still a thing? That's my thing. Because you can find everything they have on the internet for way cheaper and just have to wait a week for it to
Sometimes people like convenience.
I guess.
That $10 price can even out the convenience.
See, for me, it doesn't really. I don't know.
You're patient in some aspects, so.
I'm very much, I like the hunt of stuff more than, like, the thing with me is the reason I don't like to search for stuff like that online is I like the feeling of going to a pawn shop or going to like a thrift store or like a garage sale and then seeing a treasure stacked behind a bunch of like the Harlequin romance books. You'll find like this amazing NES game for $2 that everyone forgot about. Like, I like that. The hunt is much more appealing to me than just owning it. I need that feeling. But
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah. Video game traders is kind of like this weird balance where it's like you could get that feeling, but then you're paying a bad price because it's still in a normal store. I don't know. They're somewhere in limbo for me. I like some of the people that work there, though. Nice people.
At Game Trader?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Like the Center Street one, Karen and a bunch of people there are really nice.
For sure. I don't think I've ever been to the other one, honestly. So I guess this has become a commercial now. Yeah. Video game traders, go check it out in Calgary. There you go. Talk to somebody. Get there. I can't remember their address. We're done for today. We'll see you guys later.
We didn't even really finish talking about Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden in stores now.
Video game, highly recommend it. My favorite original NES series.
Do you have any closing thoughts?
Try both of them out, the 3D games and the 2D games. I recommend the best game for both is the first one. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Ninja Gaiden 1 and Ninja Gaiden Black or Sigma.
And as both we found out, emulators, if you can't find them, just play them that way.
Yeah, I mean, like Sigma 1 and 2 are on the Vita now. So even if you have a Vita, you can play it on the go.
Oh, the other ones are probably on Wii console too, right?
Yes.
Oh.
I know at least the first two are. I don't know about 3.
And Shadow of the Ninja. I know for a fact that's on the Virtual Console. Pick that up too. Castlevania meets Ninja Gaiden, kind of. More Castlevania-y than Ninja Gaiden, but you know. There you go.
All good games. All good games.
All games are good.
All games are... No, not all games. There are bad games.
Yes, and we will talk about them next time.
Will we?
Probably. See ya.
Later.